passion starts to flow. Auto news, auto combo in and know. Right news, right combo, let the time show. Subscribers on the rise. Let's hit that throttle, sharing love. Every like is a powerful coast to coast to coast. Spreading the hype at Ryde channel. We're igniting love. It's on the Ryde channel. Come join the crew. Rev it up, share the love. Making dreams come true. Auto news, auto combo. We're taking it far. Like news, like combo. No limit to who we are. Revving engines, burning rubber, here we go. Right channel, where the passion starts to flow. Auto news, auto combo, we're in the know. Right news, right combo, let the time show. Subscribers on the rise. Let's hit that throttle, sharing love. Every like is a powerful coast to coast to coast. Spreading the hype at Ryde channel. We're igniting love. It's on the Ryde channel. Come join the crew. Rev it up, share the love. Making dreams come true. Auto news, auto combo. We're taking it far. Like news, like combo. No limit to who we are. Revving engines, burning rubber, here we go. Right channel, where the passion starts to flow. Auto news, auto combo, we're in the know. Right news, right combo, let the time show. Subscribers on the rise. Let's hit that throttle, sharing love. Every like is a powerful coast to coast to coast. Spreading the hype at Ryde channel. We're igniting love. It's on the Ryde channel. Come join the crew. Rev it up, share the love. Making dreams come true. Auto news, auto combo. We're taking it far. Like news, like combo. No limit to who we are. Revving engines, burning rubber, here we go. Right channel, where the passion starts to flow. Auto news, auto combo, we're in the know. Right news, right combo, let the time show. Subscribers on the rise. Let's hit that throttle, sharing
Let's go.
love. Every like is a
Hi, hello. Once again, it's a Sunday, and this is Right Talk Live right here on the Ryde channel. You know, on the Ryde channel, it's all about cars and motorcycles, and where we come to you, we talk about cars, we talk about motorcycles, and the culture and the people and all the things in between. We believe that if we give you information, knowledge on motoring, you are going to enjoy motoring. So we say motoring education for trouble-free motoring experience, and that's what we are about here. We are all about the culture of cars, we are all about the culture of motorcycles, and today I have an incredible interview or discussion, okay, that will enlighten your life and open your mind to certain things that on a regular our minds are close to. Okay, so make sure you stick. If you are finding this interesting, you can just copy the link and share it. Like I say, share the link. Yes, it's going to be an awesome discussion. I have somebody I've been admiring from very, very far away, because she's very, very relentless. When she puts her mind to something, she just goes out and does just that. And I'm sure all those who have followed her or follow her on social media will have the same, the same things I'm talking about. That will be your impression about this particular person, and I have her in the studio. Don't go anywhere, okay? Now, before we go into the conversation on Ryde channel, we are giving you information, and one of the ways we do that is by spreading ourselves on all social media platforms. If you chanced on this platform and you are not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the Ryde channel on YouTube, on Facebook, TikTok, I'm going to be sharing our WhatsApp line. Make sure you join the platform. Let's have very, very informative discussions. Now, this particular platform is very, very interactive. Okay, so whatever we are doing here, we are live, we are connected. So you can hook up on WhatsApp. Okay, you can hook up on WhatsApp. I'm sharing the WhatsApp line now. All right, WhatsApp line is 020-468-4798. 020-468-4798. Whatever you are hearing, you can also contribute. So I have somebody special. We're going to have a conversation. You can text or WhatsApp into the show. You can send normal text message. You can send a voice message by WhatsApp to this particular line. You can also call a WhatsApp call, and you're going to be live on the interwebs right now. With you, we're going to have an awesome conversation. So make sure you join the WhatsApp platform right now. You can also comment on TikTok. You can comment on YouTube live, and the discussion is on right here. We also have a website. After this show, I'm going to do a summary of what we're going to talk about, and I'm going to put it on our website, www.ridechannel.com. Ryde, we spell RYDE, ridechannel.com. Join the movement. Let's create something special. Okay, all right, so we're going to jump into the discussion today, and I have with me Biker Girl L. We the Ashanti people, we want to say this one plenty. Assemble. Biker Girl L, the Assemble. I'll just end up saying Awesome. Yes, I'm laughing and I'm smiling, but that is the way we push down knowledge, and it's a very, very important discussion we're going to have now. And the title of today's discussion is Richard's Life Mattered. Richard's life mattered. I'm sure for most of you, you are wondering, you are calling somebody's name and say his life mattered. What are you trying to say? And you are going to understand, and you are going to get into whatever we're going to talk about. Very, very important information, okay, that we are giving to you today. So make sure you stick and stay to the conversation. Stick and stay to the conversation. So Biker Girl L. Yes, Elsa, you're once again welcome to this channel. Yes. Today we're going to have a very, very great discussion. We've been talking. We've talked quite a little bit. Yes, not a lot, but quite a little bit. After last week's show, I've been thinking, what can we do? So lead up to the week's, and I saw the artwork. I know the backstory. So when I saw the artwork, I said, this is the very least I can do. I'm not too sure if I'm going to be present at the event, but the very least I can do to bring you to the studio, open people's mind to some of the ongoings, and also to understand the dynamics and how we can all help, in this particular movement. I don't want to take the discussion away. If you just join, I have me, Girl L, with me, and we are talking about Richard's life. Before we go into Richard's life matters, just a little bit about you.
So my name is Elsa Owusu-Sapong, aka Biker Girl L.
Yes.
I'm the founder of the RYBJ Foundation. Mm-hmm. I'm also the CEO of Junza, which is a business consultancy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, also. Yes, Richard's Life Mattered, RYBJ Foundation. I think that there is a very, very, very big connection, or there's a big connection between RYBJ Foundation and Richard's Life Mattered. Yes. Okay, so let's start the conversation from there. What is RYBJ Foundation?
Okay. I would have to backtrack to almost 2 years ago, on the 8th of September 2022.
That's how many days away?
Sunday is going to be 2 years.
2 years, okay. Time goes really, really fast.
So I'm a motorcyclist myself. I was a mother of two, a 21-year-old son who was a motorcyclist, and my daughter Zara, who is 16 years old now.
Oh, okay.
On the 8th of September 2022, at about 7:30 p.m., I got a call. By the time I got to the 37 military hospital, my firstborn child, my only son, Richard Yabuating Jr., had passed. tragically in a motorcycle accident that occurred on the Mahama Road between the Palace Mall traffic lights and the Mahama roundabout.
Okay.
Should I go on?
Yes, please go ahead.
So, I mean, when you lose someone like that and go through such tragedy, it's like your world has come to an end. My world had come to an end, but within a week or two, I started thinking of what I can do to keep Richard's legacy alive, what I could do to keep his name going. He loved motorcycling. We used to ride together. It was our passion together. Okay. So, at the 1 month anniversary of his passing, I declared that I was going to set up a foundation in his name that I was going to launch on his 1 year anniversary. Now, the foundation is tailored specifically at motorcyclists and motorcycling in Ghana.
Okay.
Specifically on road safety advocacy, training, education, and hopefully also once I've built up funds and all that, I intend to do a lot of stuff helping with situations on the ground, accident, assisting victims and families of the victims. So it's a very broad and vast spectrum.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about Richard, because I don't want to stir up sentiments, but he comes across as somebody really, really special. I know for a mom, your son is pretty special to you. Yes. But tell us a little bit about Richard.
So Richard was born on the 2nd of November 2000, King's College Hospital in the UK.
Okay.
Richard was a very vibrant little boy from the day he was born. Richard kept me on my toes from the day he was born till the day he exited this world. He was very friendly, very caring, very intelligent, very hyperactive boy. We moved to Ghana when Richard was 7 and his sister was just about 5 months then. Richard grew up into a very caring young man, very business-minded, very conscious of the fact that, you know, people out there are going through a lot of suffering and pain, and so every little bit he had, he wanted to give to society. And basically that's why I decided to do this foundation in his name, because he was always interested in doing good for other people.
Okay.
I remember 5 months before he passed, when I wanted to start riding, he said, "No, ma'am, it's a very dangerous sport. I won't allow you to ride." He says, "You are the only mother I have." And I said to him, "You are the only son I have, but I also allow you to ride. So you must encourage me to also take up my passion." And so I started riding on the 7th of May, Mother's Day 2022, which would have been just 5 months before I lost Richard tragically. He was one paper away from finishing his first degree in business and marketing at the University of Professional Studies. When tragically he got taken away from us. Okay. But,
wow. I remember myself, back in the day, anytime I talk about riding, the things my mom will say. And the very first time I bought my scooter, I go home, my money was finished. Yes. In fact, my money cry was not up to buying the bike. It was my friend paying Dixon, wherever you are, you know yourself, who helped me pay for it. He knew how important it was for me. It wasn't just a means. It wasn't just because I liked motorcycles, but it was also at the time I needed it to commute, you know. So it was very, very important, and he helped me pay for it. And when I got home, my money was finished, and the next thing my mom did was to give me money to buy my helmet. So my very first helmet, it was my mom who paid for it, you know. Yes. So yeah, I know how it is. When Richard started talking about riding, what did you say to him?
So Richard started from when he was like 10, 11. I realized he had this passion for riding, but I was adamant I wouldn't allow him to ride. But I would get calls from people saying, "Hey, we've seen him in town riding someone's bike, X, Y, and Z." You ask him, "Oh, no, man, it's not me. I don't know how to ride." So one day when he was 13 years old, we used to live in North Legon, Agboba at the time.
Agboba, yeah.
Came home from work one day and was a young man standing at the gate, one of the neighbors actually. He called me to the side. He said, Madam, are you aware that your son has some big motorbike that he has been making noise in the area with? And I said, no, he doesn't. He said, oh, he parks it in the incomplete house behind your building. I said, are you sure? He said, yes. He takes it to school and everything. I said, when my son comes, I'll ask him.
Yeah.
So when Richard came home, I was sitting in the car. So we went back to the place and there's complete house and bushes. So I said, come out of the car, leave me, let's go. I said, take me to your bike, that motorway. And then a very tall, I said, yeah, can you ride this bike? He said, yes. I said, ride it, let's take it home. So he rode it, we took it home, parked it. And I said, Junior, we're going to sell this bike. At the time, I convinced him, we sold it.
Okay.
But it has been going on for years. He wanted a bike, and then he brought in this whole transportation thing. He had moved to his dad's at Airport Hills.
Okay.
He comes home on weekends, commuting to school. He said that all his pocket money was being used. So, you know, I need the bike. And Richard didn't have that bike for even 4 months.
Wow.
When the when the
unfortunate
happened
also. Yeah. Yes. But I mean, thinking back, I mean, what do you think? You, as a mother, allowing your son to ride?
I didn't allow my son to ride. He was already riding.
Riding.
A lot of people backlash and said, you bought your son a bike.
A bike.
He was riding from when he was 13. I didn't know about it.
Yeah, you didn't know about it.
He was going to buy a bike anyway. So I felt that as a mother, giving my blessing, giving him all the necessary support, education, encouragement, buying him all the gear was the best I could do. Because children of today, you cannot stop them.
Yes.
He was surrounded by biker friends. He was already riding their bikes. So the best I could do was give him the necessary support and encouragement.
Exactly.
Rather than him do it in hiding behind my back.
Exactly.
So, not for one day do I regret that aspect. I believe that whatever happened was destiny and was going to happen anyway.
Yeah, to give the support and do the very best admonition. I mean, I on this show I've said several times, after my mom bought me that helmet, the next thing was my dad telling me that I shouldn't take chances, you know. So always it rings in my mind. Yes, if they are listening to me, yes, I remember all those things. Anytime, you know, yes, I tell people, Charlie, you know, when you are young, there's a way you ride. When you become a father, there's a way you ride. You know, yes. So yeah, it's better for you to accept what your children are into and give them the support, the training. Motorcycling is a bit expensive, you know, so it's not for the faint of heart, you know, to give your son that support, but it's necessary, very, very necessary. I mean, if the thing did the heart inside like that way, Charlie, whatever, they will do it, you know. So you better support. And yes, and now by God's grace, we have very, very good training institutes around, like what Daniel is doing and a few other people, for you to get proper training. I mean, if I look back at myself, you know, if I look, I mean, I be Fiero. So when I started riding, I actually put in a lot of effort to learn. And the internet has started coming, you know, so I could busy internet, and that is what now I'm also doing with this show and my website, and to educate people about such things. But we didn't have it back in the day. So you have people learning from their friends. Oh, motor the outside, so you say now, you say number two, you know. But moving the bike is not it. Going and coming home, you know, is the most important thing. And I think that parents need to support their kids, even out of biking. There are so many other things. I mean, when I think back in the day, say a car trips, you put it on Facebook, and people are like, what were you people doing? Were you racing? So you just took motor and you just ride and go somewhere and come back. People don't just get it, you know. And I think that, Charlie, right now the world open. So I mean, people should understand how things are in Ghana. A lot of time I say that leisure, a lot of, especially when it comes to the guys, when it's talk about I'm going to have fun, it's about,
Of course.
and also coughing.
Yes.
And it's not the best. There are a whole lot of things we can be doing. Swimming, a whole lot, a whole lot. And I think that we have to take this leisure, these kinds of hobbies very, very seriously. And I mean, even mental health and everything will reduce, because sometimes all you need is a ride out of town. You come back and all the pressure of work and home and everything in politics, kiko, everything will go down. So I just want to say thank you for supporting, Richard in that regard. And wherever he is, I pray that his soul rests very, very well. And I'm sure he's smiling because he's seen you do very, very good things. And I by this particular discussion, I hope that people will be encouraged to give the support that we need to move the foundation, so that that particular thing that happened will add up to something huge, something really, really huge. It is a hobby, but I think that hobbies can be used to do great things. And I've always held that, in our motorcycling clubs, and I always say that let's use our hobbies to do things. Okay, so yes, we can just take a bike and just ride. Sometimes you want to ride to a Brie, you want to go to Adan, you want to go here and there, but on the side, let's also use it to raise awareness, do this and do that. And in that line, you are doing something now with RYBJ Foundation. Okay, and coming week we have an event.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us about that event. Yes.
Okay, so Richard actually passed on the 8th, so technically Sunday would be 2 years, but I'm
Okay.
doing the event on Saturday because
Okay.
I got bikers coming internationally from the West African
Wow.
front, Burkina Faso, Nigeria, Ivory Coast, Benin, and Togo.
Okay.
So they can ride in on Friday. We have the event on Saturday. Sunday they can ride back out and go back to work on Monday.
Okay.
So basically, the Rich's Life Mattered road safety campaign is the event that will be done by the RYBJ Foundation in honor of Richard on the anniversary of his 2 years of passing.
Okay.
So the program lineup in the morning, the bikers will all meet at ANC Mall between 9 and 10. At 10 o'clock, we will ride from not ANC Mall, Accra Mall,
Come on.
to Lashibi Funeral Home, where Richard was buried in the Garden of Peace. There'll be prayers said for him, flowers will be laid, and candles will be lit.
Okay.
The motor checker Daniel Ashifi will have a few words to say there, and then we will ride from there onto the N1 Abekan La Paz traffic light. To be precise, I chose an area that I feel is very heavy in traffic to make the what we're going to try and do there as effective as possible, to have as much traction as possible.
Okay.
So it will be a road safety campaign trying to mimic the Look Twice campaign
Okay.
that Gear Shift Academy has done
As done in
times.
the past.
So bikers will park on either side of the road. We're trying to engage with all other road users. By other road users, I mean other motorcyclists, so the Okada riders, other motorcyclists, pedestrians, all the car users, basically to try and educate them.
Okay. Okay.
Motorcycling is very dangerous, probably undoubtedly one of the most dangerous sports out there. Unfortunately, there is a stereotype, especially in these parts of the world. They feel that we are ruffians. A lot of people are not sympathetic or empathic towards us. So just try and educate people. There'll be some brochures and stickers to share out, talk with some of these people. So the concept of it is Richard's Life Mattered. Our lives matter. Let's save lives. So when we talk about saving lives, yes, we start from the point of the motorcyclist, but we are talking about everybody. Every road user is at risk to some extent, be it a pedestrian, be it another motorcyclist, the Okadas, even cars also. So we are trying to look out for each other. I always say every road user's actions or inactions, for that matter, has cause and effect,
Okay.
which affects every other road user
Yeah.
on the road.
Yeah.
So that will be about 2 hours. The road safety campaign there. Then there will be a ride through town for another 2 hours, showing people who have come from all around West Africa, and just to have a ride together. Then we end up for the reception around 5, where a few people will talk. There'll be a few activities and stuff, and then basically that's just the way I want to mark, just to honor my son wherever he is. He is still my son.
Awesome.
He's not here in the physical sense, but when you ask me how many children I have 2 children. Richard, my son, will be 24 this year, and Zara is 16.
Awesome. That's a very, 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 detailed and well, thought of plan. And yes, I'm encouraging all the bikers out there. Let's support this particular movement, and the event is on the 7th of September. The 7th of September. So it's going to start at 10 a.m. So Elsa just outlined the whole program for the day, and so keep the day open. Keep the day open. Plan ahead. Fill your tank. Service your bike, and let's do this. Richie, when the thing happened, my niece, she was also at Christian High, and she called me up and asked me, "Do you know about this guy?" And I said, "No." He says, "Oh, all my friends." I said, I know him, but I don't know him personally. But I know that he's in the fraternity, the motorcycling fraternity, and I've been following him on social media and stuff. And say, and he, he's a guy that we all like, we all like. And I've heard that something has happened, So I had to get in contact with Daniel and find out all the details, And it was another time I went to Christian High. Well, some of my former colleagues also worked there, and they spoke very highly of you and of Richard and the sister, And he's an awesome guy. And even that aside, anything that goes towards road safety is super, super, super important. I always say you don't know who is in the helmet. You don't know who is inside. And you don't need to know before you play nice with them. Okay? Yes, motorcycles by their nature can just weave through and go. Don't be jealous. Just allow them. Sometimes you are filtering through traffic, and you see that somebody will just look in the mirror and they'll just turn just to block you. Why? Why? Please don't do that. Sometimes that small thing you did can just end up. Okay? And not all motorcyclists are riffraffs. If you see somebody like Richie riding his bike, he has his helmet, he has his jacket on, he has his gloves, he has a proper motorcycle, well serviced, this is not just any.
He comes from a decent family.
Exactly. Even if he wasn't, he comes from a decent family or a family. No matter how the family is, he is a human being. He deserves a life. He deserves an opportunity. So, talking about Richard's life matter, it's not just about Richard. It's about everybody out there. Yes, sometimes you see some of the Okada, the folks in the Okada fraternity, and the way they ride around, and you are tempted to, as it were, just cut them off, But let's play nice. They belong to family. Some of them have to go home and be. Yes, they make mistakes, but the fact that somebody has made mistake does not mean that the person deserves to lose their life. No, we all make mistakes every day. We all do things that are not honorable. If you day like that, tell me. If you day like that, make you tell me.
Once we're human beings and we're not robots, we're
yes,
programmed to perfection.
Exactly.
Everybody has their
but we deserve a chance. So let's give everybody out there a chance. And talking about Richard's life matter, it's not real. It's not all about. It's not just about Richard and his legacy. Being a nice son, a schoolmate to so many people, a riding mate to several people. He's a human being, and it also refers to all other human beings, and we should, this is just raising a certain awareness that, Charlie, once you're on the road, it can be you, a driver. I remember there was a video. There was an accident at Bema Camp, the Elwak Junction, and it went viral. And it was an Okada rider who was jumping a red light and jumped the red light, and the bike just hit. It was a Toyota Prado, and immediately the motorbike struck the Jeep. The truck just stopped wherever it is, and there was total silence. Nobody came out of the car. For the biker, he was on the floor, but the one who was in the car, thinking that he has all that metal airbags and everything protecting him, something happened to him in there. He couldn't come out. Only God knows. I've seen bikes hit cars. I've seen cars hit cars, and sometimes even pedestrians. You cross the road, the driver tries to avoid, loses control, the car goes to hit an island or something small. I've seen a driver driving and go unconscious. He passed out right, behind the steering wheel. The car hit the gutter, it jumped to the other side of the road. That is how frail we are as human beings. So we all need to give each other a chance. So if you're on the road, just have it in your mind that you are not alone. The road no day your bedroom. Even somebody was in his bedroom and a car went chasing him in there. Recently, a family member, he just collapsed in his bathroom. It wasn't a timely, intervention of the wife, and we had to rush to the hospital and everything. It could have been a different story. So we all deserve a chance. And as I'm saying this, let me say this to this. I'm sure probably you've experienced it before. There's this thing going around that if you go riding motorcycles and you go to the hospital, from wound from an accident, they treat you badly. Please, if you're a nurse, if you're a doctor, that's not fair. There are doctors who ride, several doctors. I can mention names of several doctors, who ride. I can mention names of several engineers, several teachers. Please. Even if you take the pleasure part out of it, that is a means of transportation. So when Chimoto na nebusian phone didi. If you move the bike, the family won't eat. So let us give motorcyclists a chance. Richard's life mattered. Motorcyclists' life matter. As you go around driving, look in your mirrors. You have tray in the car. With the modern cars, they even have cameras and other things. With alerts, alerting you as to what's in your blind spot and other things. Please pay attention. Let's concentrate on the road and let us, actively. Driving is not something that you do passive. Sometimes you see people holding their phone and other things. Which one are you doing? Are you reading from your phone or you are driving the car? People's life matter, and the only way we can help each other. Yes, there's a story of somebody who was the brother was a sailor, and he went on one of his trips and he came back with a motorcycle, and he was in a helmet, and his brother didn't know that his brother was back, and he was driving that man's car, and he saw this person on a motorcycle and say, "Hey, and tapped him, and the guy lost control and fell." That was his brother. That was his end. So please, yes, there's a message that is going down, and we should all take note. Let's run through the program once more. Let me put the artwork up. We're going to share it on our WhatsApp platform after this. You can pick it up and also share it with other people, even if you don't ride. Elsa will go once again through the program and look at where you can join the train from. I'm sure they will be sharing it on the social media platforms of the RYBJ Foundation, and you can just follow and join in. put in a word, whatever support that you can give. So yes, I've put up the artwork. Yes, so yes, Richard's Life Mattered Road Safety Campaign. 7th starts at 10. So the program meeting point. Elsa, just take it away.
Again?
Yes.
Okay,
just go
so,
through
let me
quickly.
pull it up on
Yeah.
my phone.
Okay. All right. Then let me just put the artwork and just read.
Yes.
So the meeting point is at Cramo.
Yes.
Okay, and that's at 9. 10 we move to the Lashibi Funeral Home
Yes.
at Lashibi for laying of flowers on Richard's tomb. Okay.
Yeah.
Then that's going to take the riding and all that is going to take an hour and a half. So 11:30 we depart to La Paz traffic light. That is not too far from here. And yes, we are broadcasting, or we are coming to you live from our studios, Boca Creative Studios at Kwashiman Junction. So La Paz is not too far away from here, and we are going to be doing road safety campaign over there. Okay, we've done similar events with Gear Shift Academy and other motorcycle fraternities with support from DVLA, Ghana Road Safety, and Stay Alive, and all those
So this one too
organizations.
is in collaboration with the National Road Safety Authority, with the DVLA, and with Gear Shift Academy.
Okay, awesome.
They will all be present.
Awesome. So you come in, you can meet us at La Paz, you can have a chat with Elsa, with the moto checker, and all the nice people there, and let's move the campaign. Let's sanitize our roads. Okay, let's sanitize our roads, and let's remove that kind of mindset against motorcyclists that when or more death wish, when more serious. Charlie, motorcycling has done great things for a lot of people, including myself. When I started working in 1998, it was a very important means by which I would get to and fro from work, and and I'm here today. Yes, and I think that yes, we all need to do something in this regard. So Richard's Life Mattered, very important event, and the right channel, we couldn't just sit there and not do anything. I mean, very important for us, because that's what we do, that's what we talk about. This is our calling. We're talking about safety on the roads, everything concerned with motoring. It's very important for us. And Elsa, once again, I want to say thank you for giving us the opportunity to also contribute to the RYBJ Foundation and to Richard's Life Mattered. He's a very lovable. He's that kind of person. Let me put some of his pictures up. Yes, let me put some of his pictures up. For those of you who don't know Richard, let me put some of his pictures up. Very, lovely gentleman. Yes. Okay. Yeah, so I'm sharing a picture of you and Richard, like obedient a girl.
Exactly.
I'm a miss boy. Yeah. Okay, let me share this video as well. Awesome. Okay, so I'm sharing the video. Yes, so that's Richie and the mom on road safety campaign with the family, Christmas tree, at the beach. Yes, on a jet ski. Wow. Yeah. So there's a legacy with memories, and when we look at such things, we always remember the great times. And I think that we should all support Richard's Life Mattered, and let's help move the foundation forward so that it can bless other people. Its legacy will continue on. It won't just end there. It will continue on, and that's very important. Also, if you have any other things to say, this slideshow is rolling.
Those are remarks. We don't know where they are.
No, we are not there yet.
So your suggestions.
Yeah. Yes, if you have any questions, you can send them to our WhatsApp line. Yes, you can send them. Or if you want to call into the foundation, Richard. You want talk something to? Yes. Let me check WhatsApp phone. Let's see if we have any any messages, yes, you can send it 0204684798. You can send voice note, you can send WhatsApp text, you can call in WhatsApp call. Okay, and we're going to put you on live. Elsa is here, Biker Girl L is here, and yes, yeah, you can go ahead.
So there's a couple of things I wanted to alert us to. You know, some of the things that happened, the scene of Rich's accident, some horrendous things that happened, and some things that I will say went wrong.
Yeah.
You put yourself in the other person's shoes.
Yes.
Okay. So Richard was lying there, not dead, still breathing, fighting for his life, and some people deemed it like normal. They took out their phones, they were videoing him, taking pictures, stuff which I saw later. It's very inhumane. Right at that time, those minutes, if they had been channeled into stopping a car to get him to the hospital, it probably would have saved his life.
Yeah.
So, you know, people have an accident in this country. There's people who put their hands in his pocket, took his phone, started dismantling things from the bike.
Seriously.
Those who took pictures, started videoing him. Guys, let's be human. It can happen to any of us.
Now,
It can happen to your son, your brother. Put yourself in my shoes. If, or, you know, it happened to you, how would your mother feel? We will all go one day, we just don't know how. But let's be sympathetic, let's be empathetic, let's behave like human beings, not the way some of those people behaved.
Okay.
Pull out phones to take pictures later to put on social media, you know. And also something a bit sensitive, but which I will say here, is in link with the perception that people have of motorcyclists.
Yeah.
The police left my son lying there. You know, he wasn't dead, but they just left him there, literally left him to his own fate. It is all part of my movement, all part of the foundation. I need everyone's help and support.
Yes.
To educate, and including the police and everybody, to change that negative perception. We're human beings. We're not hooligans. We are not all bad people. We deserve a life. If things happen to us, we deserve sympathy. We deserve the empathy of the police and everybody else around us. So please all just join in the movement, and let's try and push this agenda forward together.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I mean, this is very, very important. I think one of the most important things we will hear today is this particular culture going around. Sometimes we share somebody drowning, and people, instead of helping, are taking, you know, and we all talk about it, that it's bad. But then when something happens, you see the very same thing, you know, happening. People just whip up their phone from their pocket and start videoing.
I mean, I drove back from Ivory Coast this weekend. So Sunday, Monday, driving back into Accra, Kaswa. Yes. It was an accident that just happened. Two Okadas were lying there. I mean, it was chaotic, and a car, they were probably dead, there was blood. I mean, they were lying. People were there with their phones, watching them. Where is the help? Where is the sympathy?
Where is the sympathy?
People are there with their phones. It is not right. It is not right. We have to stop that thing.
I don't know where did we get that from?
Dignity?
Where did we get that from? We didn't used to be like that.
Where is the dignity for the person in their dying moments or at their most vulnerable? I mean, I had the shudders because in my mind I pictured back when Richard was lying there.
It brought the memories back.
We need to stop that thing. It's not right.
I agree with you
morally,
totally.
ethically, it is
wrong. It is wrong. It is wrong. It is very, very wrong.
We're all human beings. We all go one day, we don't know how, but let's be empathetic and focus on the right thing if you happen to be at the scene of an accident, which is assisting the person and trying to get help, not pulling out your phone to start videoing, and it is wrong.
And that is why we all need to support this particular movement. Okay, Richard's Life Mattered, RYBJ Foundation. We need to support so that we can lobby for the correct training to be done for our officers and others, you know, to do the right thing in this regard. For some of them, they don't really understand what they are doing. It's all about making a living for themselves and their family. So I mean, we can't fault them for that. But if you're going to be doing it, you have to do it in a humane way.
Another one thing I'll say, which is very important, if you happen to be at the scene of an accident and you're not trained in first aid, or absolutely do not touch or move the victim. Richard was manhandled. They moved him. His helmet was forced off his head by people who are not motorcyclists and who do not know that you have to release the sides before. So that is probably even what caused his fractured leg. So, sometimes we are doing more damage than good. Do not touch the victims. Do not move them, because we are causing more damage than good. Call for help and wait for the proper assistance to come.
Yes,
it is very important.
Your phone and take pictures. The emergency lines, they work, and one good thing is that now our ambulance service is very effective. Is very effective. I mean, I have experienced it so many times. Our ambulance service, especially in Accra, is very effective. Call the line; they will come. They will come, and they are trained to do it. Okay. Then, in extending that, also, I will say that the hospitals are open, and they all have programs that they train first aid. Okay. So as much as possible, let us all also learn first aid, so that when things like this happen, you can be the angel that God is going to use to save somebody's life. Okay. It's not just about praying in tongues. It's also about having the knowledge, being there at the right time. It's for a reason you were there and not somebody else. So if you are there and you have the knowledge, you can do something. And I mean, it can happen in your home. What do you do? Okay, so let's all find time, go to the nearest government hospital. I'll find out when first aid trainings are done. Okay, if you run a business, contact Ghana Red Cross. What's the name? Yes, and they will come and do first aid training for your staff. Okay, first aid training for your staff. Sometimes somebody can collapse on a job, and if nobody is there to administer first aid, the next time you go here, the information where they come no good. You get it. So that is very, very important. Also, there's a question for you. It says the person is trying to find out, that did you start riding because of your son?
We were both very passionate about riding. Yes.
That is even before he started.
I've always been passionate about riding from when I was 16, but my father said no.
No
and
way.
Actually, if I had started riding at that age, I wouldn't even have grown to reach the age that I would have had Richard and Zara, because
yeah, hardcore.
The adrenaline way there inside, even now at my age, sometimes yeah. Richard was part of the reason. It was both a passion that we both had together, and partly the reason why.
Awesome stuff. Yes, so that is what we're talking about. Richard's life mattered. The number is 0204684798. You can send your message. We have about 10 minutes to go. Yes, let's share in the discussion. Yes, so the proper training, and also if you support the foundation, then we are going to get the ability to lobby government. You're going to get the ability to lobby. I mean, the police people have to have first aid, training. They have to be taught empathy, because I mean, you see them. And even the nurses themselves have to be, because I mean, I've had the opportunity in quotes to be in the accident emergency a couple of times this year alone. No, one happened late last year and one happened just a few months ago. And I kind of get where they're coming from. It's like, they see it so many times. I mean, if you are working as a triage nurse, and people just keep coming in, we say, you see it so much that it's like, okay, it's my job. So, and sometimes they don't feel, what others feel. And I think that we have to be able to draw the line somewhere, so that we can, I mean, once you are there, I mean, when I sit here, I do this, I don't get paid. In fact, this channel is not making any money, My family is there, my son is there, my wife, my daughter. But every Sunday afternoon, as often as I can, I just leave and I come here, and I spend money on internet. I can't just use the studio and leave them like that. So Miss Machipi in Kakra here and there, but it is for a purpose, because Mabet make us say it might help somebody. So if you also find yourself working in the Kolebu accident emergency or whatever facility for that matter, it is for a reason that you are there. God has placed you there for a purpose. So do your very best. Once you show up, don't show up and leave your emotions, leave your heart, leave your whatever at home, and just, let me just check out and just make the money at the end of the month and that's it. No. You see, let's put more thought, more heart and everything into what we are doing there, and go there with the intention of saving lives. I know a lot of people are into nursing because the money is good, abroad opportunities, war and things. But once you show up, just do your very best. That is one thing I always say. If you are doing something, okay, some of the things that you do in your life, there are so many things that happen in my life. When I finished school, I ended up in a training college, so I had to teach. I taught for several years. Because when I showed up in the classroom, I took it personal. I had to make an impact in the lives of the students, and I didn't go joking around. And my students can testify, and a lot of them are my friends today. Last time I went to this same Kolebu place, one of my former students was the one there, big man, and that is it. When you show up, and let's educate ourselves. Let's put a lot of heart and thought, and by supporting Richest Life Mattered road safety campaign, RYBJ Foundation, we will put the foundation in a position where it can lobby. It can lobby. When I say lobby, it means advocacy. Talk to people. I see what Daniel is doing, talking to agency leaders and all those things, talking about what they have to do that can help motorists, not just bikers. If Daniel talks to a biker, or biker girl Elsa talks to a motorcyclist or even a driver, and the person changes and starts doing good on the road, at the end of the day, maybe one of you listening is the one that is going to benefit. Maybe I'm going to benefit because somebody stopped at the red lights. Okay, maybe somebody gave room to a motorcyclist, because I might be the person in that helmet, because I also ride from time to time. And these are very, very, very important things, and empowering it can move things around and change the culture. Our driving here is bad, and if you've been riding, how many years have you been driving?
I've been driving since I was 17.
17.
Driving 30 years now.
Yes. So you can see that. How do you compare then and now?
Well, I started driving outside. I was outside.
Okay, so in Ghana, when you started driving in Ghana,
it's horrendous. I mean, even coming here today, it's
every year is getting worse. And we put effort to make sure our roads are sanitized. Okay, you see a truck and they just stronger car that one crack and way. Even when there's a side road, they stop. Obey or passer, obey destroy, obey dismantle. And these are serious things. And I think that we all have to take this RYBJ Foundation very, very seriously and support. Okay, not just RYBJ Foundation, anybody who is doing anything in this particular area, and let's say, just note that even if you just push or like something they post on social media or share, every one act you are saving a life. Let's lobby. Let's get all the police officers to have first aid training and ensure that they do that. I mean, can you imagine that in UK, a police will show up on an accident scene and not do anything, and they will just let it go like that? No, they won't let it go. Officer, you showed up, and if just yesterday it was in the news. There was a stabbing. There's a lot of stabbing going on in the UK now, and it's not funny. And there was a stabbing right in front of the boy's house, and the police that showed up are the people who were working to save the person's life right there and then. And that is how it has to be. Now, how do they do something in that regard if they don't have the training?
Very often the police are the first responders.
Yes.
Aside the passerbys.
Yeah. And even if passersby are trying to do it and they don't know what they're about, the police is the one that can call them to order and help and who you say, take charge of the situation. Make sure the right thing is done. So this is a very, very important conversation. And yes, Elsa, we just want to say thank you for giving us the opportunity to be part of Richard's Life Mattered. And guys, let's all support and let's make this really, really, really big. People are coming in from other African countries. Ghana too for show up. Ghana to up you. So everybody that you are listening, wherever you are, show up. Let's make it big. I mean, we've had road safety campaigns that are huge. Like the all be an application on social media, screen grab, download artwork, and take note of the agenda. And whatever time you are available, you join in somewhere. By doing, you are saving a life. Anything. There are how many things? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Each one item on this agenda that you participate in, you are saving somebody's life somewhere. Okay, and let's just take it really, really, really serious. Also, once again, I want to say thank you. If you have any final words, you can just go ahead.
Okay. First and foremost, I want to say thank you so much to the Ryde channel for having invited me onto the show. It was a great honor and a privilege. Secondly, I want to just officially put it out there that 7th of September, Richard's Life Mattered Road Safety Campaign is going to be mega. Please, this is not to just motorcyclists, to all road users, pedestrians, people in cars. Everybody is invited to join. The program is out there for everybody to have access to. I want to say a big thank you to all my partners and collaborators, Gearshift Academy, the National Safety Authority, DVLA. Thank you to all other sponsors behind the scenes. Wish a safe journey to all my international bikers coming in from all over West Africa, Nigeria, Burkina Faso, Togo, Ivory Coast, and Benin. I look forward to seeing you all on Saturday. Motorcycling is very dangerous. Let's always gear up, be very alert, and ride safely on the roads. Richard's Life Mattered. Our lives matter. Let's save lives. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Elsa. And yes, all the partners in this particular foundation and this road safety campaign, we say thank you. And guys, make sure you share the link of this live session, and let's share the artworks. Let's support and let's make this really, really, really big. I just want to say thank you for joining me at Dipoku. I don't do this lightly. It is my calling. Obi also for me, so it's not radio. So can take this very, very serious. Okay, so let's push. Thank you, and bye for now.